I am a person who really cares about justice and like the collective liberation of people. And so I feel like everything I do has to do with that or is connected to that in some way. And for some people that feels really tiring, and for me that's what fuels me and keeps me going. I'm a pastor of Zao MKE Church. We are Jesus rooted, justice centered, and radically inclusive, where radical inclusion to me means that we are holding up the most marginalized first. And if we make sure to liberate that person, then everybody will be liberated. I knew that I was trans when I was an itty bitty child. I actually used to call myself a different name, like by the age of I think it was like 4. I never knew what the word trans meant because that was not in the vocabulary of my conservative Christian upbringing. And I remember getting on YouTube and just like learning about things and finally coming across the word trans. And I was like, just like this is what I've been waiting to hear. Like, this is my life. This is what I've been trying to tell people my whole life. Being a queer and trans person makes me magical. It makes me be able to have experiences that no one else in this world can have. And then you layer again on top of that being like a Black queer and trans person, like I'm really magical. There's so many times when people talk about it like it's a tragic thing, but actually like it's the coolest thing to be these things. Because of that, there are things that I then know because I experience it in a different way than other people. COVID was so complicated because I think that there were some really cool things that happened and there was some really terrible things that happened. One of those combo cool terrible things is that here in Milwaukee, like Black Lives Matter protesting erupted. Any protesting that was happening outside in the streets, people were coming here to get the supplies that they needed. We were sending supplies all throughout the state. It's not always my job to be the loudest, but it's always my job to have a place in the revolution, right? In the movement work. And so, I'm always looking for more ways to get what we're doing at Zao out there because I know that it has saved people's lives, it has saved my life, and I hope that this kind of message can start to spread and to totally take over the mainstream message that we typically hear. All the legislation that's out there to like eradicate trans people is always based in some bogus interpretation of a Bible verse. And I'm sick of it, and they're not the only people who get to speak for Christianity. And I know that to be a fact because we exist.